Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lavender Lay and I'm an intuitive tarot reader here on YouTube, where I mostly do anime themed tarot readings. Does not mean you need to watch anime in order to watch one of my readings. This is something, might add a touch to the way that I do readings. But yeah, today's going to be a collective reading. It's not going to be a pick a card. So if that's what you're looking for, you can go ahead and check out my channel for I have plenty of pick a card readings. But something that I had talked about on my TikTok was, you can tell by the title, the Venus and Mercury Retrograde. Just overall the astrology for March in general is just very, very wild, for lack of a better word. But I really just felt like the way a lot of astrologers, at least, were talking about how March just seemed a little bit fear-mongery. I don't doubt that, and I said this in my video, I don't doubt that, March will have its difficulties just given the energies that are going on, of course, we're going to be doing a reading on the Venus and Mercury retrograde that's occurring this month. And then there's also, we're beginning an eclipse season this month as well. And then of course, all the sign, like a bunch of signs are in Pisces right now. But I really just feel like, maybe as a society, things are going to be wild, but as it comes to like every individual person, I don't think that March is really going to be all that crazy. Like, it's going to have its difficulties for sure, but I don't think it's going to be all that crazy, as some of these astrologers have put it. But yeah, so I decided that I was going to do a reading for the Venus and Mercury retrogrades. I keep feeling like I want to say Mars, but Mars just went direct this last month, or yeah, back in February. So Mars is no longer in retrograde. It is direct now. We're still in the shadow period, I think, of the Mars retrograde, so we could still be feeling some of the effects of it, but for the most part, it's not really affecting us as much. So it's not really a factor. But yeah, so I've got the decks that I'm going to use today. The Karma deck. I'm going to pull some angel numbers. The self-care, because of course, if we're going to be going through some difficult energies, then we should know how to take care of ourselves during this time. The Below the Surface deck by Vanessa Samina. And then the Anime Tarot. So let's go ahead and get into this. Starting out with the tarot. I'm just going to get some overall energy. So Spirit, what's the overall energy for this Venus and Mercury retrograde? What is the overall energy for this Venus and Mercury retrograde? We've got the Five of Swords in reverse. What's the overall energy for this Venus and Mercury retrograde? I feel like I keep wanting to say Mars because I feel like technically Venus and Mars are counterparts. And this Mars retrograde did have a very big impact on all of us. Like if you felt like stuck or stagnant, like you just didn't have the motivation to do things since like December, that could be. Got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You could have been impacted. We got Temperance. I don't think I've ever seen the Temperance card in this deck before. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it before, but it's very pretty. I have to look in the book for the archetypes that they have for Temperance, because this anime tarot deck has archetypes that are associated with each card, I believe, especially the major arcana. We got the Nine of Wands. What is the energy for, overall energy for this? Ooh. Got two cards that came out. The Hanged Man in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. Interesting. Back of the deck is the Six of Swords. So we will put that down here so y'all can see it, even though it kind of blocks the Nine of Wands. But overall, I feel like there's an air of you're going to need a lot of patience to get through this next season. Like there's just like an energy of like needing to go with the flow of things. Like don't try to fight to make something happen if you don't need to, if it's like not absolutely necessary. Well, let's look at the Temperance card. Yeah, the Temperance, the archetype is the pacifist. So some examples of these kinds of people. From Bleach, it would be Orihime or Oscar Joaquin de la Rosa. From Trigun, it'd be Vash. Howl's Moving Castle would be Howl. One Piece, King Riku. Doldos the Third. From Hunter x Hunter, it'd be Prince Halkenberg, Huigoro. And then, I've never seen this anime, but Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, Relena Darlin. But yeah, Temperance encourages you to stabilize and rectify, to return to order and balance. Aim for serenity and view things objectively to create more harmonious unions. Maintain and foster peace and focus on moderation. Collaborate creatively with others to combine and connect disparate thoughts, experiences, and points of view to create something new and better for everyone. This will require work and will have its ups and downs, but if you prioritize patience and consideration over rash thinking, you can achieve harmony. Temperance's analog in anime is the pacifist. These characters prioritize diplomacy, peace, moderation, and compassion when others' emotions get the best of them. They put aside grudges in order to problem solve creatively, maintain order, and keep the peace. If they must fight, it's usually to defend the peace or to protect those in need. And even then, pacifists do so as a last resort with heavy hearts and in surprising, innovative ways. Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting. It's like, this is, during this period of time, it's really not the time to be fighting just to like for conflict's sake or whatever. Like, if you were fighting, it's because you absolutely, like, it's a last resort type of deal. Or if you're like if you're confronting something, not to say like, because I know a lot of people will probably be pissed to hear like, just keep the peace. I feel like it's like, it's not a keep the peace, it's keep your peace. Is really the energy. Make sure that you are keeping your peace. And if there is anything that you have to like deal with or whatever, it's because it's a very last resort type of deal and your peace is being disturbed. and you just want to get to a place where that is balanced out and your life is at peace once again. Yeah, there's some sort of like maybe baggage or something that you've been dealing with, and maybe this is like this period of time you're really just going to be letting go of that, just for like, yeah, for the matter of like keeping your sanity, keeping your peace, keeping your life in a flow state that benefits you. Yeah, what are you looking at? Are there any, like, very much is a time to like look for any red flags in anything that you're investing in, anything that you've been using to invest in yourself or invest in others, and really just balance, like, is this like I've been investing all my time into this person or whatever, or this business, and it's really just making me so stressed out and so like upset, and I just can't, like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Maybe it's time, you're going to be taking this time to be like, okay, how can I keep this, either should I be keeping this in my life or should I not? Okay, if I do want to keep this in my life, how can I keep this in my life in a way that brings me the most peace, that does not stress me out so much? Because I really do feel like you want to hold on to something because of this, or like that's the energy of the collective, is like holding on to whatever all these things are, like whatever is stressing you out, or like it's just like a feeling of like, I don't want to let this go, like I've already put so much time into it. But it's like, it's no matter what, how much time, it doesn't matter how much time you put into something, you know, if it's disturbing your peace, if it's making you so stressed out, then there's no point in keeping it around, you know. And this can, and you know, just to put it out there, you know, Venus retrograde, Venus is not just like, I know people associate Venus with like love and beauty and stuff, but it's also about like the material world, so your resources, your money, that kind of thing. Like if you, like what your relationship is like with those things. So your relationship with love, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your beauty, or just your overall appearance. And maybe you're holding on to a way of like, maybe you're holding on to like a certain look, or you're holding on to being in a certain place or having like a certain lifestyle. And this is going to be really a time for you to like reevaluate, do I really want this lifestyle, or is this lifestyle that I want to achieve so bad just because of what I see others have? And it's really just going to be, this is really going to be a time of you to go back and just be like, okay, what is my perspective on these things? Especially because we've got this Hanged Man in the reverse. Yeah, there's some sort of like delay, there's some resistance to change, there's some sort of resistance overall to like how things are being portrayed. Like maybe, for example, if there's a certain lifestyle that you want, and every time you try to go achieve it, like there's some sort of delay that occurs, or just some sort of resistance, like you're not able to figure out a way to do it. I'll give you an example from my own life. For the past, I want to say 1 to 2 years, have been trying to get into nursing school. And the only thing that's really holding me back from getting into nursing school is, or there's two things that are holding me back. Is one, when I finished my bachelor's degree in psychology, I ended with a really low GPA just because of a lot of things that were going on during my time in undergrad, and just a lot of the stress that was occurring that affected my grades. So my GPA, and then the fact that I do not have all the prerequisites to get into nursing school. And I was trying all sorts of ways, and especially, and then also there's the money aspect. Like, I couldn't afford to take my prerequisites, and it was just like every time I would find a way to like do the prerequisites or getting to nursing school, the cost of doing it was just too high. Or when I would I found a more cost-effective way to do it, then come to find out, a lot of schools don't take those credits from, it was like, it's some online thing, but a lot of schools won't take credits from that online, whatever, online platform. So I kind of had to take that as like, I've been trying for 2 years. There's got to be at some point that I just let this go, because it's just like, hey, maybe this is just not meant to be. Like, this is not where you're supposed to be going towards. And so I've decided to change paths, just because I was just like, you know what, I'm already in this specific field. I might as well just go ahead and go to grad school and get my master's in in this particular field, or whatever, business and all that other stuff. And of course, things have just been progressing so fast with that that I'm just like, man, maybe I should have done this a lot sooner. But hindsight is 2020. So, but yeah, it could be something similar to that, where it's just like you've been trying to get towards something for so long, and it's just like, yeah, there's just going to be a challenge of like, oh, because we've got the Hierophant in reverse. This card may indicate that you're relying too much on institutions. Challenge the status quo to make your own path. The reversed Hierophant may also suggest that you're going too much against the grain by rejecting necessary common mores, and that you should instead pay more attention to your elders. It's a reminder to listen to those who have more experience than yourself. So yeah, there's that energy as well, of just like, maybe this is a time to like sit and listen. This is a time to like protect your peace and just reevaluate the things that are going on within those aspects of your life. Yeah, because then the overall energy with the back of the deck is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords signals that you are ready to move forward and leave the past behind. You're more than ready to bid farewell to the negativity, toxicity, and destructive habits and environments you previously indulged in. This new mindset will help you acquire a different perspective and steer you towards better situations. Trust in your high hopes, because healing and progress are in the horizon. I truly feel like this Six of Swords is what we will be achieving once we get to the end of these retrogrades. Is, going through this period of time, really truly healing all these different aspects within like the Venus and the Mercury retrograde, because Mercury is about communication, etc. And Venus is retrograding in Aries, I believe, which could be like maybe being more impulsive, more like there's just like an impulsive energy when it comes to Aries and Venus. But at the same time, very passionate, but it's like, how do you balance the two, the impulsiveness and then the passion? you know. So I really feel like we're going to go through this period, and at the end of it, it's going to be like, okay, now we're ready to move on from all of this that we were healing, go and leave this past behind that we had, and just go into like a space of, you know, a new mindset, new, like, better habits, building a better environment for ourselves, and where we have a lot more peace, which I think is really, really lovely. So let's pull some cards to see what are we not expecting about this Venus and Mercury retrograde. What are we not seeing about this Venus and Mercury retrograde? I knew this was going to be a long one. Already at the 20, just passing the 20-minute mark. Okay. You've got reversed roles. Live your own traditions, values, and norms. You know, I've had this deck for a while and I've never seen... These are two cards I've never seen before. We got serendipity, meant to be. What's next is no accident. So maybe getting into a space, what we're not expecting is getting into a space where we're finally living by our own rules, our own traditions. Maybe even taking on a mentorship for something that we've wanted to do, or just talking to somebody more experienced than ourselves, in order to push forward with something that is not conventional. But yeah, but overall, what's next is no accident. So whatever is occurring, you know, whatever occurs during this period is no accident. This was meant to be. This was divinely guided. So you may feel like, oh my God, this is so crazy. I can't believe this is happening. But it was just like, this was always meant to happen. I'll just get two more. Yeah, we got don't be afraid to use your voice. Your opinion matters. So yeah, maybe speaking up for yourself a little bit more is something we're not going to be expecting. Using your voice more for things that matter to you. Everything serves a purpose. Give thanks to your body. So yeah. Maybe there's some sort of purpose that we're all going to be serving these next 6-ish weeks. I'm getting six-ish weeks. Just because I believe, the Venus retrograde is not quite, no, it's about 6 weeks, and then the Mercury retrograde happens within those 6 weeks. So because it's only 3 weeks. But yeah, the next 6 weeks are really going to be crucial, and you're going to be serving, we're all going to be serving some sort of purpose. Whatever that purpose is, it's going to be dependent upon you as an individual, whomever's watching. But yeah, take some time to, show some gratitude for whatever circumstances that you're in, or for whatever you have, whatever you're going through. Because everything is serving its purpose, and we're all going to be serving some sort of purpose. But let's see what karma we're going to be dealing with as a collective. So the way these karma cards work is that it's basically like 3 piles: signs, planets, and then houses. And so I'm going to pull one card from each. And it's going to basically build like a sentence of sorts. So we got planets, and it's gonna have actions and outcomes on each side, and then it'll build 3 sentences. We got Venus. Okay. Alright. So the Venus retrograde is probably going to be very, very much, it's going to be more of the forefront, because yeah, I've been speaking more about the Venus. I haven't really mentioned Mercury as much in this reading, even though this is a reading for both the Venus and Mercury retrograde. Let's get a sign. What is the karma that we're going to be dealing with? I do think it'd be really helpful on an individual basis for you to look at what sign or what house your Venus is in. For example, my Venus is in the 12th house, and so is my Mercury. We've got in Aquarius. Yeah, so see which house that your Venus and your Mercury is in, because that is I feel like that's going to be the area of your life that's going to be most effective during this next 6 weeks. Okay, I've got, no, that's 2 houses, give me 1. We've got the 4th house. Okay, so y'all going to think I'm crazy. But when I was pulling the karma cards out of their box, and this is the box, and the way that it's kind of set up is that the cards sit in this boxed area, right? The 4th house, this card, the 4th house, was stuck in that box for a hot minute, and I was just like, watch this pull pop out for the reading. That's crazy. Anyways, so we've got Venus in Aquarius in the 4th house. So for the actions, we've got spiritual action, cherish your vision as you did in the past. Mental action, enjoy what's new and different about your home base or your family. And then physical action, charm, art, and beauty are the way to use an unconventional way and do what makes you feel secure. And then the outcomes. Spiritual outcome, the attraction of genius to experiment with what makes you feel secure. Mental outcome, pleasure from the discoveries of support. And then physical outcome, good times resulting from the eccentricity of your home base or family. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting that a lot of you are going to be really tapping into the energies of family and whatever that means to you. I really get an energy of like found family. Like maybe you are, during this period of time, you're going to find a new family of sorts, whether it's like you beginning a family, like you get, like maybe if you just got recently married or something, like you and your spouse will be starting a family if that's something that you want. And when I say starting a family, I don't necessarily mean like you don't have to, not necessarily kids, but maybe you're like, you know what, let's get a puppy, or let's get a kid, let's get some cats, or whatever fur animal that you would like, or you know, lack thereof, because some people like to get lizards and snakes and stuff. But yeah, you could be like, let's grow our family in some shape or form. Or, you know, you could be, you know, gaining a new friend in this period of time. And because you've met with this friend, you know, you are they introduce you to even more people, and then now you're just like, you have a new community that you're a part of. And it's like, and it's very different. It's very like, it's not conventional in any shape or form, like how this like group like operates or anything like that. But it's like, but it puts you in a feeling of like, I am so comfortable with these people. I feel so secure. I feel so supported. And I feel like that's the karma that we're going to be dealing with, is getting to a space, or being put in a space where we have a new support system of some shape or form, or just a new sense of family, a new sense of what it means to be family, which I think is so lovely. Like, that's so beautiful, isn't it? Like, newfound family, creating a new family, and whatever it means, whatever family means to you. So I hopefully that, brings a little bit of peace to you when you hearing that, because it certainly brings a little bit of peace to me. But yeah, love that for you guys. It's just, sorry, I just want to sit in this energy for just a little bit, because it just makes me so happy to hear that. Because, there's so much stuff that's going on in the world right now. And to hear that, there's going to be, whomever watches this, I don't even know how many people will see this. But if you're watching to this point, I truly hope that this happens for you, where you have like you have a support system that really makes you feel so secure in yourself and just in whatever you do. I truly believe you deserve it. You deserve that and more. And this is just such a lovely thing. So, yeah, since that is such a lovely energy, let's go ahead. I was going to do the angel numbers next, but we're going to do the self-care card and we'll finish out with the angel numbers. But Spirit, what kind of self-care should we be doing during this Venus and Mercury retrograde? What kind of self-care should we be doing during this Venus and Mercury retrograde? Okay, I know you guys saw that. We've got soak in a bath. Yeah, take those baths, take those spiritual baths. Really do like a cleansing for yourself within a bath or something. Or really just take some time to relax and watch a movie. Yeah, maybe watch a comfort movie. I'm definitely planning to watch some Studio Ghibli movies in the next couple of weeks, just because I've been feeling like I just need something feel good, And not all the Studio Ghibli movies are feel good, but they have like an air to them that are just comforting in a way. But let's get one more. Oh, well, Spirit said two more. We've got abundance planning. So yeah, maybe really take a look into your budget. See where your what is it called? See where your spending is going. See where where you might be doing some unnecessary spending, or maybe just try to be like, okay, this is my budget, so I'm trying to save up this amount of money. Where can I cut things? Where can I splurge a little bit more for something that's more quality? That kind of thing. Just like seeing, like, okay, you can see even in like what this person is writing. It says living expenses, education/business, self-development, savings, travel, free. And then it says keep track of your finances, don't shop when you're hungry, and then it says make something, but you can't, but the hand is blocking. But yeah, maybe look into what you can do to invest in yourself a little bit more. If you're like me, maybe you're going to be going to grad school or just going back to school in general, maybe getting a certification or some sort. Maybe you want to save up some money to go on a vacation later in the year. Or maybe you want to move into a better place, and so you're going to start saving your money so you can get a better place or move into a better place in the next coming months. But yeah, just overall planning out like how your finances, your material, like the material things, your investments, just planning it out in some shape or form will be really helpful. And then we got dream journal. So, ooh, excuse me. So, taking the time to like, when you wake up, if you can remember your dreams, write it down immediately. They might be helpful to you. Ooh, excuse me. It might be really helpful to you to write down your dreams. When you immediately wake up, there might be a message for you from spirit in your dreams. Or there could just be, some connections within your reality that spirit wants you to make. And so they're asking you to write down your dreams in this next 6-week period. So finally, let's end with some angel numbers. So Spirit, what are some angel numbers that will get us through these next 6 weeks? We're going to do 2, or actually, LOL. How many is that? It's 4. Spirit said double it and give it to the next person. But we've got 1010 with I am patient. Keep your thoughts positive and be patient as everything is working out for your highest good. Trust that your angels are working behind the scenes to help you. You've got the number 6. Yeah, there we go with 6 again. That one says I am patient. This one says I am nurturing. Your heart is a gift. You are a natural born nurturer and have a great talent for helping and healing others. You are the epitome of self-sacrifice and protector of those you love. So yeah. And we got 1212. I am focused. Stay focused on your best possible future and remain optimistic throughout the entire journey. Your angels are right behind you as you turn your dreams into reality. And then last but not least, we've got number 21. I am inspiring. You are highly creative with a strong will to succeed. Your imagination is highly charged and it reveals itself in everything you do, from your sparkling conversation to your most prized projects. So yeah, overall, Spirit is behind you. Spirit is, supporting you on the other side, because there are things that you are very much capable of, and they want you to feel supported in that. So just, stay focused on the things that you want, so that way your dreams turn into reality. Remember that you have great talents and that, there is virtue, in your patience. Whatever that means. I'm not really entirely sure what that would mean, but I'm sure that'll resonate for somebody. But yeah, remember that you are a highly creative person, and you will succeed in whatever you set your mind to. So yeah, that's all that I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this collective reading. Give this video a like if you would like me to do more collective readings. I'm really open to doing so. I do a bunch of them on TikTok, so if you would like me to do like more in-depth, longer ones here on YouTube, definitely let me know in the comments down below as well. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it, that you would stick around, and look forward to my future readings. If you're looking for a private reading, I have them available on my Etsy shop, which is linked down below. And yeah, feel free to follow me on my social medias. They're also linked down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for trusting me to read your cards, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.